Hey Karina, how you doing? Um, this is like my fourth attempt to make a video. The other one was actually pretty good, except for I didn't like the way I looked. I mean, I looked physically good, but even a drink or two changes the way that I talk and walk and all that stuff. And I don't like the way I look. Not like that. Um, yeah, I just kind of wanted to really just catch up. Among other things. Wow, I'm actually really nervous right now. Get my hand out. Because I don't look as good today, for one thing, and two, I can't keep my head straight. I got a sinus infection that I've had for like a long time, combined with that fight I get into. I don't know, it's just not good. But anyways, this is what I've been doing for the past couple months, I guess. I mean, really, a lot of nothing. I feed my cats, or my grandma's cats, and whenever I'm not getting into trouble, which is another story for another time, but whenever I'm not getting into trouble, I'm actually just here by myself, by choice. I've never really done that before. I've never really just done me. I mean, Mom does live here, and we do talk, and occasionally we get along. But I think this season of my life is kind of about just me really taking a good look at myself without asking for anybody's opinion, and surely without hearing it, because I need to hear from within myself, and I need to hear from God. And I've been doing that, and I've been learning a lot of things. Not all of them good, but all of them are beneficial in the long run. I learned that I need to move out of here. It's a thing. But it's comfortable, and it's my home. And there's something good about being home sometimes. And I think that God planned the perfect time for me to enter this season, because really, I mean, I've always had my troubles and stuff, and I've always kind of been like a rebel, I guess you could say. No matter where I was, no matter what I was doing or who I was with, really. And I guess throughout my life I learned lots of things from lots of different people, which I guess is kind of cool, but it made for a really mixed up person who didn't know himself. And I'm starting to actually get to know myself. I actually know what I like to watch on TV. I know what I like to eat. I know what I do and do not like doing. I've had no peer pressure. And aside from my mom, I haven't had any real tension or any feud with anybody. I don't talk to my ex hardly at all. Which more and more, it's actually a really good thing. You know, I mean, the holidays bring up memories and stuff, and for a minute I was actually, I don't know, I guess I was just butthurt and boo-hooing about, oh shit, I'm not with so-and-so for the holidays or whatever. But like Thanksgiving, I spent most of the day by myself until like the evening. I loved it. I freaking loved it. I ate. I went back to my room, chilled, put on music if I wanted to. Dozed off took about 2 or 3 good naps. It was good. I never thought that stuff like that could actually be good. Yeah. The last couple of days, I've actually cut down on my drinking and haven't had anything today. Partly because this double ear infection I have, or whatever the hell it is. It's actually kind of been a blessing in disguise. Because when Mom starts harping or she starts trying to pump my head full of bullshit, I can hear her tone of voice, but I can't hear a damn thing she's saying, so I just go, I can't hear you. And if it's important enough, she'll knock on my door, she'll be like, oh, this and that. So I've been kind of milking it a little bit. But part of it is just, I never realized, but ambient noise in this world, it doesn't do us any good. Literally, when people talk about living a quiet life, I think they actually mean quiet. I like it. Besides hearing this constant ringing in my head and hearing my ears pop like I don't know what the fuck, but as you know, I've been going to church for the last couple of weeks, and although I must admit I don't really listen to the messages because I don't know, I'm just not. I like the presence. I like the act of actually going. I like the fact that at least for that part of the day, or maybe that day, I ain't thinking about a lot of stuff that I would normally be consumed by. And after the first day at church, I don't get drunk because I was pretty bombed that morning when I first went. Something just told me to go. This is gonna kill me. But okay. I'm deliberately pausing and choosing my words carefully because this is one of those conversations, or one of these things that whatever you want to call it, that I would really need to, I don't know, be face to face with somebody, or at least be able to see their expression or whatever. So, take it all in stride. Okay, here we go. You know, I mean, as you know, I mean, technically I'm your biggest fan, and I think in a lot of ways I am. I don't think of myself as a fan, I think of myself as a friend. And, okay, I was gonna go to say, you know, when we first became acquainted and stuff, you know, it was a bad time. I lied, me and Roxanne had broken up and all that shit, you know, and I ended up seeing her like one time, and it was a real fucked up time because things were good in my life at that time. And one night with her, and I spent next month in jail, 3 months, because I was upset by certain things, and there's a point to this. You know, when I was arrested and I went to jail, after a while, I wasn't upset because I got busted, whatever. You know, it was kind of bullshit, but I'm on probation. I'm not supposed to do anything at all. I'm supposed to literally be a church boy. But, and I didn't miss her because, shit, I mean, that shit passed a long time ago. Up until March of this year, it's just been a long goodbye. And she's more or less out of my life. I mean, in comparison to how she was, I mean, an email every couple of weeks or whatever. And it's usually because she initiates it, and her Rihanna's dad always ends up messaging me. Well, anyways, I missed you. I really, really did. And after a while, I started wondering, what's up, Dave? What's going on in your head, Dave? And is it just because she's young and she's hot and she gives you the time of day? Well, of course, part of it's that. Of course. Fuck yeah, it is. But, after a while, this is where the conversation is going to get really, really, fuck. Lighting sucks. This is where the conversation is going to have to be taken in stride for real. You know, there came a time when I got back with Roxanne, kind of, and, you know, we'd see each other. Sometimes I'd spend weeks at her house, and I knew it was just a matter of time before one of us eventually said, fuck this, I can't do this anymore. And throughout that time, that's better, she would ask me to block you. Just block her. Oh my god, this and that. No, I wouldn't do it. There was a couple of times. Worst moment for a female to message. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. But so I started asking myself more questions. What's up with it, Dave? Is it just because she's young and hot and she has qualities that you like, and because Roxanne don't like her? No, wasn't that. Because I don't care what anybody thinks, but if I'm friends with somebody, or if I'm fucking with somebody, or whatever, if I'm dealing with somebody in any capacity, that's my business, and if anybody doesn't like it, they ain't nowhere to go. You know? And then I asked myself, is it an ego trip, Dave? No, not an ego trip, because when I take a critical look at myself, I have a lot of work to do. You could be an adult, filled with the Spirit, washed in the blood, saved by the truth, all that stuff. And you can still have a lot of messed up problems and glaring character defects. And I got a lot of them, so it wasn't no ego trip. Why I would still engage with you and not want to change it. You know? she would say, "You're in love with her." You know, and she would tell me. I don't know why she would tell me, and I certainly don't know how she would be able to deduce this, but she would say, "She's in love with you." I know she is. She's in love with you. I wouldn't know how to react to that because, yeah, that's just, but really, it would become a thing to the point where that was like, you almost became her catchphrase. Why don't you ask Karina? Why don't you have Karina do that for you? Why don't you have Karina put money on your books? Come visit you in jail. Hey, bitch, I didn't ask you to do either of those things. Shit. You know, when I need to cheer up, when I need to laugh, and when I need to see a normal person, you're normal. You're one of the few normal people I know these days. But whenever I need that, I watch your videos. I feel like I know you. I mean, like, actually know you. I mean, and not only because of the conversations that we have, because... There we go, it's better. Because in reality, most of our conversations were either about small talk or they were just about me, mainly, you know? You just say, like, "Oh, I'm busy, I'm working," stuff like that, which, I get it. You know, but, after a while, I started really questioning me when it came to, "What's going on with you, Dave?" And to be honest with you, I've never, ever been able to honestly, I'm shaking my leg, never been able to really answer that question. You know, like, what's going on with me? Like, where is my head at? There we go, that's better. Like, what do I think about you, or how do I think about you? I don't know. And I don't have to know. Because you're way over there and I'm way over here. But would I say there's... a mailman. But would I say there's feelings? For the longest time, I never allowed myself to entertain that question with an answer. Even if I'm talking to myself, I would just change the subject. Because the answer remains, I don't know. But here's one thing I do know. I miss your videos. I really, 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 really do. And I always hope you're okay. You know, because we both have a special interest and a special thing about our mental health. Part of me definitely feels a connection and a camaraderie because of that. just because I like your style. I really, really do. You know, a lot of times within the last couple months that we were talking every day, I would open up and the reaction that I would get would, how do I say this? It would probably make me, I assume that, you know, I'm like, man, she's getting the wrong idea about me. Man. I'm trying to find another cigarette because it helps curb my drinking. It really does. Why it does, I don't freaking know. Ay, chingo. It must have rolled fucking on its very way. Whatever. I hate cigarettes. You know, for years I didn't touch these things at all. I quit for like 10 years. And I don't smoke every day, but whenever I need a drink, it actually does help. My uncle is like a regular chain smoker, and but he has them when I need them. And he's a pretty generous guy when it comes to that. Yes, that's what I've been doing. Actual soul searching every day. I'm actually considering going to a program, and nobody is suggesting it anymore because I don't talk to anybody. I'm doing it for these reasons. It's not because I don't know the 12 steps, because I know the first 82 pages probably verbatim. I used to teach anger management. I taught Sunday school for 6 years. And I think God's a little more important than the 12 steps, if you ask me. But, and during that soul searching, for some reason, you would come up. Now, I will say this. This is not exactly a confession of anything, because I don't know how the fuck I think about you. I really don't. I know I like a lot of things about you. But what does that amount to, really? I mean, really, because, yeah, there's lots of reasons why, you know, it's irrelevant. Not irrelevant, but yeah. Okay. I think now I'm going to, fuck, here we go. I think now I'm going to actually just say what I think you might be thinking. Or what your mindset might have been, which is kind of dangerous territory for a man to be in, but I think there may have been a time when there was either some kind of outside pressure, maybe, I don't know, to like not talk to me, which is, I hate it when Roxanne talk to men, especially if they said certain things at all. If they called her beautiful, oh, that's out. If they said they had love for her, that's out. That's out. That's like, no. I don't care if they are your cousin. No, well, not that bad, but but it got bad. It got to the point where I would threaten these guys. These guys were some of my peers, if you know what I mean. But I didn't care. So if it was Alex, I ain't tripping. I would do the same thing. I would have been like, fuck that shit, you ain't talking to that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck who he is, how cool he is. And I am cool as fuck. But, now I'm getting tongue-tied for some reason. The other video actually had a lot more substance, a lot more detail. But I was loaded, and I don't like seeing myself like that. I couldn't even look at the video for longer than a couple of seconds, but I remember everything I said that night. And maybe in some respects the other video would have been better. It would have been more concise. I wasn't nervous, I'll tell you that. I was way the opposite of nervous. I feel like shit. This ear infection is fucking getting me down. Or sinus infection, it's all up in here. Which is part of the reason why I was so late in sending you a video. That and the fact that I didn't know until just the other day that you could just press the little camera button on YouTube and make a video. I didn't know that shit. I thought, well, I know what I think, because I never thought much of making a video for any real purpose anyways. Yeah, I think I'm done for this video. Now please, again, take it in stride. But yet, just know that every compliment, everything I've ever said to you at all, it's either the truth or the truth as I saw it, or as I see it. So, I'll talk to you later, and hopefully when I do, it ain't awkward for either one of us, and have a good one.